to the Daily Decant, your 5-minute briefing on the world of wine. Each episode delivers practical insights to help you choose, order, and talk about wine with more confidence in everyday social settings. Let's get into today's decant. This week, we're focusing on something very specific: how to order wine with confidence. Not at home, not in theory, but in real situations where there's a little bit of pressure. Call it at a restaurant, on a date, at a client dinner, or anytime someone hands you the wine list and looks in your direction. Because that moment is where most people feel unsure, and it has nothing to do with the intelligence or taste. It comes down to not having a simple approach. So this week, you're going to build one, and today we're starting off with one of the most common situations. You open the wine list and you don't recognize anything. The regions feel unfamiliar, the grape names do not help, and suddenly what should be a simple decision starts to feel complicated. Here's the shift. You don't need to understand the entire wine list. You just need a way to enter it. So start with what you recognize, even if it's just one thing. Look for a grape that you've heard before. Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc. These show up on most wine lists, even if the regions change. If you see one, that's your entry point. If you don't see a familiar grape, shift to regions. Look for places you recognize: California, Washington, France, Italy, maybe Spain. You're not looking for expertise, you're looking for familiarity. Because familiarity creates confidence. And so once you find that starting point, the next move is to narrow down. Pick 2 or 3 options that feel approachable and don't compare everything on the page. This is where most people lose confidence. They try to evaluate too many choices at once. Instead, try to reduce the decision so that now you're choosing between just a few wines, not the entire list. And now here is where you can make a simple, confident move. Next is a pro tip. Bring the staff into the decision, but do it in a way that helps keep you in control. So instead of saying, "I have no idea what to pick," say, "I usually enjoy Cabernet or Pinot Noir, but I'm open to something similar." Or, "I'm looking for something not too heavy, easy to drink." That kind of language does a few important things. It shows you have a preference, and it shows you're open, and it also makes it easy for someone to guide you in the right direction. So you're not guessing, you're collaborating. And in most cases, that leads to a better outcome than picking randomly. And here's why this matters socially. When you approach the wine list this way, you come across as calm and decisive. You're not rushing, you're not over-explaining, you're not saying, "I don't know what I'm looking at, this is all unfamiliar." You're simply moving through the decision with a clear process. And people notice that, even if they can't explain why. So here's an interesting thing to keep in mind. Most people at the table feel the same uncertainty when the wine list arrives. They just hide it differently. So when you have even a simple approach like this, you're already ahead. Because you're not relying on luck, you're using a system. And that's what this week is really about: building a few simple, repeatable moves that work in almost any situation. So when the wine list feels unfamiliar, don't try to understand everything. Just browse quickly, see if you can pick out a couple of things that you do recognize, and then narrow your options down, using a simple sentence, then to guide the decision, asking the staff for further guidance from that point on. So that's today's Daily Decant. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends so you can continue building your wine knowledge in just a few minutes a day. See you tomorrow for your next decant.